Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of TCC Men's Basketball live on TCCEagles.com. I'm Brett Rutherford alongside William Haynes. And William, the very talented Northwest Florida Raiders are back here inside the Eagle Dome. It'll be the third matchup between these two teams. Northwest Florida took the first two of this series. What do the Eagles need to do today to find a win against the Raiders?
Well, I think the number one thing we know about this team, there's no question they're going to come in and play really great defense. And as we saw the last time we were here against Pensacola State, the offense just wasn't there. They have guys who can get baskets. You just got to convert on them. I think you're going to have to lean on your defense again, but clutch shots are going to be big in this thing.
Here's the opening tip-off won by Issa Muhammad and Northwest Florida. Starting five for the Eagles, Isaiah Caffey, Isaiah Kirby, Anthony Thomas, Rico Williams, and Mike Eisler. For Northwest Florida, Shamas Scott, Trey Clark, Issa Muhammad. This one's stolen away by the Eagles. It's Isaiah Caffey moving with it. Now Anthony Thomas penetrates. Nope, dishes back out to Eisler. Now Caffey with it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Eagles will get into their half-court set. Inside to Eisler. Shot goes up. Offensive rebound, Eisler loses it. It's going to roll out of play and head the other way. Last goes off of Eisler's fingertips. Running through that Northwest Florida starting lineup, Shamas Scott, Trey Clark, Issa Muhammad, Jasper Floyd, and DeShantre Washington. It is Washington bringing it up. Washington tries to get it over to Trey Clark. The pass was initially tipped away by Isaiah Kirby. Northwest Florida retains, and now here's Issa Muhammad finishing at the rim, and he is fouled. Muhammad, the last time these two teams played, got in some foul trouble early. Missed a good chunk of the first half and some of the second half as well. But he is one of the most physically dominant players, not only on this Northwest Florida team, but in the entire Panhandle Conference, averaging 9.7 points per game this season, and knocks down that free throw. Kirby comes off the screen from Williams. Shot goes up and rims out. Another offensive rebound now. Thomas slings one over to Caffey. Thomas is fouled on his way in. Now, William, we haven't seen him yet. He's been coming off the bench for most of the season. Only 7 starts for Brennan Rigsby. But Rigsby has been one of, if not the best player on this Northwest Florida team. He's averaging 11.5 points per game. When you hear my conversation with head coach Rick Cabrera at halftime, I asked him about how they're going to plan to contain Rigsby, but still yet to appear. But how, William, I'll ask you. I asked Coach Cabrera, one of the best shooters in the league, and he can drive inside as well. How are the Eagles going to stop a player like Rigsby?
I mean, we haven't seen them do a whole lot of double teams when he's on the floor. That may be something they want to look at. Perimeter defense certainly is important in this league with how teams are able to shoot. But as you said, a guy that's able to drive in as well, you're going to need some good paint defense. A guy like Rico maybe standing in there to watch the backside as well.
Muhammad has it in the corner, an unusual place for him. Guarded by Williams. Here's Trey Clark. Inside, denied by Mike Eisler. Northwest Florida up 3-2 with 18 minutes to play. And a foul called on the floor. This one looks like it'll be on Issa Muhammad. And like I said, he was in foul trouble over in Niceville the last time these two teams played. And he's got his first foul now, less than 2 minutes into the game. Thomas over to Rico Williams. Pulls up, knocks down the deep two. Eagles have a 4-3 lead now. The Eagles have been one of the best defensive teams in the country this year. Coach Cabrera believes the last missing piece is just finding a way to score. You don't have to be the best shooting team in the country. but you've got to make more shots than you have been this season as Northwest Florida quickly regains the lead. It's 5-4 now with 17:15 to go in the first half. Thomas takes it himself inside, gets the healthy roll. Anthony Thomas. Lots of lead changes early on here. Only 3 minutes into this game. That's going to be a travel call on Shama Scott. So a turnover there from Northwest Florida. Scott tried to weave his way through traffic, but did so unsuccessfully. Kirby comes around, Eisler now dribbles back, 15 on the shot clock. Over to Anthony Thomas. Pulls up. A little bit too much on that one. Rico Williams fighting for the offensive rebound. Ultimately, it's Floyd who comes away with it. Gets it quickly to Clark. Kirby goes up to defend it and fouls Clark in the act. A good foul there from Isaiah Kirby. Trey Clark played at VCU last season. Now finds himself in the Panhandle Conference. At one point was committed to TCC. Clark hits that first free throw attempt. Northwest Florida today playing for at least a share of the Panhandle Conference title. The Eagles have won the last 2 seasons, and right now it's between Northwest Florida and Chippewas. Clark's second free throw rims out. Anthony Thomas, cross-court pass. Isaiah Kirby all alone for the 3. Doesn't go. Rebound, Northwest Florida. Here's Scott. Slows things down. Finds Washington. Now here's Michael Jefferson for 3. Can't get it to fall. Goes right back to Jefferson after the offensive rebound. Ty Fortney into the game for the Eagles. Guarding in the low post here. That one knocked away by Mike Eisler. Kirby has to heave it all the way down. Finds Eisler. Waits for the defenders to go up for the contest and finishes there. What a great bucket from Mike Eisler, and it started with his steal on the other end.
It did, and a perfect job with 2 defenders on him. Got them both with separate pump fakes. What a beautiful job to get the basketball in the net there.
Bounce pass in. McDaniel knocked away. Eagles moving once again in transition. Kirby pulls up for 3. Off the glass, no good. Eagles still leading 8-6 with under 15 to play in the first. Trey Clark has it. He was deep in three-point territory, thought about pulling it instead. It's another steal. Here come the Eagles once again. Eisler lays off to Kirby, who's whacked. No call, and Isaiah Kirby still finishes. It's a 10-6 Eagle lead. Northwest Florida timeout with 14:41 to go. You're watching TCC Basketball live on tcceagles.com. And we're back here on TCCEagles.com. You can also watch this game on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/TCCEagles. Or you can pull up the YouTube app on your smart TV or any smart device. Maybe throw this game up on the big screen. That's what I like to do whenever I'm not here, whenever the Eagles are on the road, and all the other schools in the conference has it up on YouTube. Chris Hampton, Byron Smith, Caleb Wallace, and Jack Dumbia all checking in for the Eagles. Ty Fortney stays on the floor. So Eagles going deep into their bench here early on. They've got a 10-6 lead. Brendan Rigsby is now in the game for Northwest Florida. We mentioned him earlier. Was offered by the University of Oklahoma. Shama Scott, I believe Chris Hampton got his fingers on that three-point attempt, and that will force a shot clock violation. It's something, we saw it all game against Pensacola State. The Eagles still lost that game, but forcing either just desperation shots as the shot clock expires or getting that shot clock to expire and forcing the turnover.
Got a lot of quick guys up and down the roster that can run with just about anyone. When you're playing that man-to-man defense and you can do it successfully, it's working really well for him right now.
Pass over to Jack Dumbia. Heaves one up off the glass and he hits it. He shrugs in disbelief. That wasn't the game plan, but he'll take all 3 points. Rigsby has it in the corner. Now goes right back to Jefferson, who loses it. Fortney can't come away with it, but Caleb Wallace does. Quick pass to Chris Hampton, who slams it at the other ends. Another timeout from Northwest Florida. Eagles lead 15-6, 13.5 to play in the first half on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Eagles leading by 9. Issa Muhammad goes up for the dunk, and he doesn't score, but he is fouled, and seemingly very frustrated with himself for not finishing on that dunk. Once you get it up to the rim, even if you're fouled, a guy with his size and physicality, you expect him to finish it there. And he already had one opportunity earlier in the game, and could have had another one there, but misses the shot. He'll shoot 2. This is the first. 57.8% from the charity stripe this season. Does hit the second. Fortney with a hand off to Byron Smith. Now here's Caleb Wallace, guarded by Rigsby. Spins, shoots, can't connect. Don't know if that one was deflected, but it didn't even make it to the rim. Now here's DeShondre Washington. Moving to his left, goes into the corner. Here's Jasper Floyd for 3, knocks it down. So Northwest Florida coming out of that second timeout, firing. They're on a quick 4-0 run here. Hampton, now Jack Dumbia with, he's already got a three-pointer in this game. Over to Byron Smith. Stepped up as a scorer for the Eagles as of late. Pulls up from a deep mid-range shot here. No go. Rigsby almost lost the handle. Thought there might have been a double dribble call there, but it might have been deflected. Either way, Eagles come away with it. Wallace going inside. He loses it. Back and forth action here. Here's Floyd. Cam Woods in the game now for Northwest Florida. He's in the corner. Right now it's DeShondre Washington on the ball. Asks for a screen from Issa Muhammad, but doesn't go around it. Here is Woods. Muhammad, he puts up a three-point attempt. Nothing doing, but an offensive rebound as Brennan Rigsby swatted that back to him. Now a deep three from Cam Woods. Too much on it. Eagles come away with it. There's Byron Smith. Now it goes over to Doumbia from way downtown, and he's got another one. No backboard needed there for Jack Doumbia. Feeling himself early on here inside the Eagle Dome. DeShondre Washington, bounce pass inside Muhammad. Fortney was there to contest that shot, and he does well. Jack Doumbia comes away with the rebound. 11 to play in the first half. Eagles lead by 8. Caleb Wallace loses it again. This time it's Jasper Floyd coming away with it. Jack Doumbia with some great defense, but just a little bit too much contact. He's called for the foul.
Yeah, it was a great chase down effort, but as you said, just a little bit too much contact there. Got whistled for 1.
And with under 12 to play, we'll have a timeout on the floor. The Eagles lead 18-10. You're watching TCC basketball on tcceagles.com. Will be Jasper Floyd shooting free throws here coming out of that under 12 timeout. 6'2" freshman out of Tampa, Florida. Just a 50% free throw shooter on the season. That first attempt is short. And he goes 0 for 2 from the line. Great box out from Eisler there to let Thomas get in for the rebounds. Byron Smith in the corner. It's good. Huge shot there from Byron Smith. 10.5 to play in the first. This one knocked away. Here's Byron Smith. Great behind the back dribble to get around Brennan Rigsby. Now Chris Hampton in the corner. Goes right back to Smith. Great ball movement. Anthony Thomas, open three, doesn't go. It's a 21-10 lead, and Anthony Thomas with another steal. Keeps it in play, lays off to Mike Eisler. Eagles get it right back. Smith moving to his left. Now Anthony Thomas with a bounce pass inside to Rico Williams. Williams has to heave it up. He was stuck there. Goes right to Chris Hampton. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Here's the deep three. It was an air ball, but Northwest Florida will collect it. And then a foul called on Anthony Thomas. I don't know, that'll just be a kicked ball. I thought it was a tripping foul, but Thomas maybe a little bit lucky to escape that without a foul. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half of play. That pass right in between DeChandre Washington and Cam Woods. It was Trey Clark looking for an outlet. Splits them right in between. So another sloppy turnover from Northwest Florida. Eagles with another chance to extend their lead. Smith over to Thomas. Now Rico Williams gets right inside, no problem. That's his first bucket of the game. Washington. And he's tripped there on the way in. Or at least just did a good enough job of selling it. That'll be Eisler's second foul. Fifth team foul. Eisler's had a great start to this game. Eagles will miss him on the floor now that he is in foul trouble.
Been a really interesting rotation today for TCC, and as you could tell by the 23-10 score, it's working out in their advantage. We'll go to the bench again with Eisler taking a bit of a break.
Washington finds Scott in the corner, hits the three. A much-needed basket for Northwest Florida, who have struggled to get a whole lot going here. It's 23-13 now, only a 10-point lead for the Eagles. Smith picks up his dribble inside to Rico Williams. Pulls up from the baseline. Short. Northwest Florida comes away with it. And it's Cam Woods pushing the pace for the Raiders. He just heaves one up and knocks it down. Cam Woods. 23-16. Eagles lead cut down to just 7. Little over 8 to go in the first half. We'll step aside on TCCEagles.com. Back here on TCCEagles.com. A couple of big threes from Northwest Florida. One from Shema Scott, another from Cam Woods. William, what do the Eagles need to do to nip this little run in the bud?
Well, you got to find a way to keep them from shooting those threes, because once they get going from there, they're going to be really hard to stop.
Anthony Thomas lays one off to Isaiah Kirby. Now Kirby takes a three. This one is good. Isaiah Kirby steps back, confidently heaves one up. Another way to stop those runs is just to make a three-pointer of your own. Here's DeChandre Washington. Drives inside, and that's going to be a travel called on Washington. He was looking for a foul. We've seen him try for those foul calls a couple of times already this game, and the ref saw right through that one. Calls him for a travel. Dumbia inside to Rico Williams. Loses it. That's Washington that gets the steal, but he's on the floor and he can't get out of it. And another travel called as he rolls over. He tried to get the pass off Rico Williams right in his face. You can't roll over like that when you're on the ground. That'll be a 5-second call. So the Eagles give it right back, and it's not the type of turnover you want to see.
Definitely not. Right after Northwest Florida makes a huge mistake, you want to make them pay for it. You're not able to do it there.
Eagles applying some pressure here. Northwest Florida breaks it. Cam Woods thought about putting one up from downtown again. Instead goes high off the glass. That one's cleaned up and finished by Issa Muhammad. Kirby drives inside. It was poked away. He stays with it. Pass over to Dumbia. Moves inside. He gets whacked in the face. Nothing called, though. Rebound, Northwest Florida. Cam Woods into the corner. They go bounce pass inside to Muhammad. Another easy finish from him. Lead is cut down to just 6. 6:20 to play in the first half. Isaiah Caffey back onto the floor for the Eagles. Now here's Kirby. 3-point attempt, short. Shema Scott with a bucket on the other end. Timeout from head coach Rick Cabrera. Eagles still lead, but that lead is just 4 now with under 6 to play in the first half. You're watching TCC Basketball live on tcceagles.com and YouTube. So Northwest Florida finally finding their footing here in the Eagle Dome. We know it was a close game the last time these two teams met up here. It was a close game for at least half of the matchup over in Niceville. Eagles still holding on to a 4-point lead. But Northwest Florida starting to claw their way back in. Rico Williams loses it in the low post. I think that'll be Issa Muhammad credited with the steal. Now Cam Woods. Guarded by Caleb Wallace. They go over to the other side. It's Trey Clark. Puts up the shot himself. Doesn't go. Rolls around and Kirby picks it up. Caffey finds Kirby. Great pass into the corner. Caleb Wallace, 3-point attempt. Nails it. Deep 3, Cam Woods. Does he have another one? Nope. That one may be a little too ambitious. And tried to find Rico Williams, a no-look pass. Not on the same page there. Caleb Wallace is another turnover. Now we will get that media timeout with 4:17 to go in the first half. After that last three-pointer, Eagles extend the lead back to 7. You're watching TCC men's basketball on tcceagles.com. And we're back on tcceagles.com. Remember, also on youtube.com at youtube.com/tcceagles. There you can interact with other Eagles fans in the live chat. If you have any questions, you can ask William or I about the Eagles. There's the three-point attempt, Trey Clark. Wow, bounced around a few times, finally falls in. And so the Raiders come out of the under 6 timeout with another three-pointer.
Really tough to separate from a team that can shoot like they can.
And wow, that was Isaiah Cathy driving in and hits the deck pretty hard. Only the third foul of the half for Northwest Florida, so still a ways away from the bonus. Eagles are sitting on 6 fouls with 3.5 minutes to go before the break. Anthony Thomas chucks one up. Washington, tough shot. Misfires there. Rebounded by the Eagles. Thomas, great pass to Cathy. Now here's Caleb Wallace. Does he have one more pass in him? He does. And it was an offensive foul called against Caleb Wallace. You know, he hasn't had the best of starts in this game, but that one, I don't know what more he could have done. It looked like that was going to end in points with Anthony Thomas waiting for that ball under the basket.
Had Kirby camping out in the left corner as well.
Washington gets it right back. Three-point attempt doesn't go. Rebounded by Chris Hampton. Poked away from Isaiah Kirby. Now a fight for it on the ground. And they're going to say that Cam Woods grabbed it while he was laying partially out of bounds. Again, probably a tough call if you're Cam Woods, as you were just trying to fight for possession. But if any part of your body is over that line or on that line, you are out of play. So Eagles will keep it. Kirby will have to inbound now. Five on the shot clock. Smith pulls up from way downtown. Too much on that one, though, and rebounded by Muhammad. Thought about another three-point attempt. Instead, gets a little closer. Doesn't matter, though. Too much on the shot. Wallace is fouled on the way in by Brennan Rigsby. That'll be Rigsby's first foul. Remember, he came off the bench. Wallace will get 2 free throw attempts and knocks down the first. Caleb Wallace goes 2 for 2. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Eagles lead by 6. And another errant pass as Trey Clark sends one right over by assistant coach Hayden Harkins. And another sloppy giveaway for Northwest Florida. Kirby comes off the Rico Williams screen. Now looking for an outlet, finds Byron Smith, catches, shoots. No good. Chantre Washington can't make the short little floater, but Cam Woods will get it on the second chance. So lead back to just 4 for TCC, less than a minute to go before halftime. Last time these two teams played here, the Eagles led by 2 at the break. Shema Scott takes it on the other end. It's 31-29. In fact, this was the same exact score the Eagles led by back on January the 8th. But they'll have one more possession here in the first half to try and extend their lead. 15 seconds left on the game clock. The shot clock has expired. Smith takes it inside. Great finish from Byron Smith. Northwest Florida, not enough time for them to get a shot off, and that means the Eagles take a 33-29 lead into the break. William, what were your thoughts on their first half performance?
Well, it was a nice job to get a bucket right before half to bring the lead back to 4, but they were up by 10. I think they were even up by 12 early on in the first half, so not great that Northwest Florida was able to claw back into it a little bit. It's going to be a really tough second half with the kind of three-point attempts that the Raiders are going to want to take, so maybe not as big as an advantage as you'd want to have, but it's going to be a dogfight either way.
We'll step aside. When we come back, you'll hear my conversation from before the game with head coach Rick Cabrera. So stay right there. You're watching TCC basketball on tcceagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Coach, first off, it's been a week since you guys have played, but we got to talk about that big win on the road at Chipotle. You guys holding to 45 points on their home court. They shot just 20% from the field. What was that defensive effort like from your team?
As a coach on the sidelines, it was great to watch. Our guys bought in. And for the most part, they bought in on the defensive end for the season. But that night was special. It was great to see them do it for 40 minutes.
And now with just 3 games left in this season, Do you think that can kind of act as a catalyst moving through these next 3 games, try to pick up as many wins as you can?
I sure hope so. It's probably going to go down to the last game or two. So if we take care of business on our own at home, I think we'll be in good shape. But the momentum is I think is on our side. Like the long layoff is a good and a bad, but we'll see how it goes today. Our guys are ready to play. They prepared, and we're ready to have some fun.
Last time you guys played this team over in Niceville was 33-33 at the half, very tight. They pulled away a little bit in the second half. What's it going to take today to put together that type of performance in both halves for a full 40?
Yeah, I guess a team like this, you got to play mistake-free basketball. Because if you make a mistake, they capitalize on it, and they did that there in the second half. Got to stay home with shooters. Got to limit paint points, and second chance points, and like on the defensive end, those are hard things to do, and the good teams, are able to do those hard things to come out victorious. So it's the third time. We both know each other very well, so. But the good thing is we're playing home, and hopefully it turns out on the good side for us.
Brennan Rigsby, one of their more dynamic players. What's the kind of game plan to try to contain him as much as possible?
Just be locked in on and off the ball with him. He's very talented. It's amazing. He's starting now, but it's amazing. He was coming off the bench, and he was still getting offers from high-level schools. When I saw him at the Jamboree, I told our staff, I said, in my opinion, I think he's their best player. I don't know if he's their most important, but he's their best player. But he's a talent, so we got to be locked in, and they got some other really good players as well. So we got our hands full, but they got their hands full as well.
Just about ready for the second half here inside the Bill E. Brock Eagle Dome. I'm Brett Rutherford alongside William Haynes. William, Eagles holding on to a 4-point lead here as we get the second half underway. What's going to take to hold on to that lead and pick up a huge home conference win?
I think we're learning it might not be possible to really slow down this Raiders team, so I think the best thing you can do is keep the momentum on your side by having some nice offense here.
Anthony Thomas draws an early foul. He'll head to the free throw line. And, 33 points in one half. You look at the non-conference part of TCC's schedule this season, that was, kind of a no-brainer. Some halves they were putting up over 50. Well, we knew it was going to get tougher as it got into Panhandle Conference play. I don't think we foresaw it being this difficult for the Eagles to score. And you heard my conversation with head coach Rick Cabrera during the break, and finding more ways to score consistently has been their entire goal. They know how talented they are defensively. It's what keeps them in a lot of games, and it's what's won them a lot of games this season. As Anthony Thomas goes over from the free throw line.
That's not the kind of start you were hoping for.
Yeah, Northwest Florida getting bailed out after getting called for that early foul. Washington double teamed by Kathy and Rico Williams. Gets out of it. Right inside to Jasper Floyd with the bucket. Kirby with the floater, swatted from behind and out of play. We'll stay on this side of the floor. Kathy inbounding. Goes back out to Rico Williams. Now Kathy comes off the Williams screen. Eisler with it inside. Nice move. Great gather step from Eisler. And a bucket. Eisler might be a little banged up. Trying to shake something off of his leg. You can tell he's in some pain. Here's Washington. Scott, behind the back dribble, passes over to Clark. Right back to Scott. Pulls up from mid-range, well short. Out of play will be Eagle ball. Kathy bringing it up for the Eagles. Thomas's shot doesn't go. Scott tried to get a pass down the baseline, but it is knocked out of play by Thomas.
Sent those Northwest Florida cheerleaders scampering out of the way of that loose ball.
And a huge shot there to make it a 1-point game from Cam Woods.
I think that basketball scraped the roof of the Eagle Dome. That was a high-arcing three if I've ever seen one.
Isaiah Cathy, great pass inside to Rico Williams. Working Issa Muhammad in the low post. There's that little hook. Rico Williams feels like he's been a little bit quiet on offense today, but a huge bucket there. Muhammad turns and shoots. Offensive rebound. But they didn't get a fresh shot clock as Cam Woods throws it right into the hands of Isaiah Kirby. Pass inside to Eisler, looks for an outlet, finds Thomas. Ten on the shot clock, bounce pass inside to Isaiah Cathy. He lost it, shot up and hit behind the backboard, so Northwest Florida ball. Brennan Rigsby checking back in for the Raiders. We see Byron Smith coming in for TCC. TCC baseball losing 4-2 to Shelton State today. That's coming off an 8-1 victory last night. They'll play the rubber match of that series tomorrow afternoon, and both myself and William Haynes will be on the call over at Eagle Field. Clark does well to keep that dribble, but finally poked away from Byron Smith. He's got Woods and Rigsby to beat, and he does. Byron Smith picks his pocket, goes down to the other end and scores. Washington quickly gets a bucket back for Northwest Florida. We knew this game was going to be close. Williams pulls up, misfires. Washington fouled on his way up, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, another thing about this game, too, not a ton of fouls, only 7 against TCC in the first half, and only 1 each for both teams about 5 minutes into the second half.
Washington hits that first free throw attempt. Doumbia and Hampton coming in now. 15:27 remaining in this game. 39-27 Eagles lead. And I think that'll be a lane violation there. So Washington will get another attempt. I believe it was Jack Doumbia who came off the line just a split second too soon. And now another huge free throw attempt here for DeShondre Washington. And he makes the most of it. So now just a 1-point game. Byron Smith gets hit from behind. Now the ball is loose. Smith able to get it to Rico Williams. Now the pass over to Jack Doumbia. Guarded by Rigsby. Doumbia pulls up for the baseline. No good. And a foul called. Another one on, I think that'll be on Jasper Floyd. His third foul. Chris Hampton inbounding. Issa Muhammad. Big man is guarding the inbound, and it worked as DeShondre Washington knocked that pass away. Cam Woods with it now. Guarded by Williams. Eisler trying to deal with Muhammad down low. Can they get it inside to him? DeShondre Washington keeps it himself and scores. Northwest Florida find themselves in the lead for the first time in a long time. It's 40-39 with 14 and a half to play. Hampton picks up the dribble. Bounce pass inside. Rico Williams turns and shoots. Gets the healthy roll. Eagles regain a lead quickly here. And another foul. This one is called on Issa Muhammad. An off-ball offensive foul. His second of the game. Coach Greg Heyer on that Northwest Florida sideline is infuriated with that call.
His face about as red as his Raiders jerseys today.
All right, it's Chris Hampton bringing it up. Eagles lead 41-39. to 40. 3 fouls already for the Raiders in the second half. Pass goes over to Byron Smith. Smith, that one denied by Brennan Rigsby, knocked away, but it will stay on this side of the floor. So 14 seconds will be on the shot clock. It will be Chris Hampton inbounding once again. That inbound guarded by Issa Muhammad. They got to get around the big man. This time they do. Into Doumbia, now Eisler. 10 seconds on the clock. Doumbia drives inside. Floater, no good, but Jack Doumbia with the offensive rebound. This time he's fouled. This time it's Issa Muhammad. Now his third foul of the game and fourth foul of the half on Northwest Florida.
That was a big part of the last meeting between these two teams. Muhammad getting into some foul trouble, and certainly with basically 14 minutes left to play, it could play a factor here again.
Doumbia hits that first free throw. Muhammad, only played 15 minutes in that first matchup between these two teams here inside the Eagle Dome. Jack Doumbia hits his first free throw attempt to make it 42-40. A little bit too much on the second attempt, but Byron Smith fighting for the offensive rebound, kept it in play, but it goes into the hands of Rigsby. Trey Clark steps back for the three. It's good. What a game we've got here in Tallahassee. Northwest Florida now leading 43-42. Doumbia takes it himself again. Nice, smooth finish off the glass and in. 44-43 Eagles lead. Trey Clark takes this inside and a huge slam. Both of these teams trading leads, and they get it right back. Cam Woods gets it to roll off the front of the glass. It's 47-44 now, and the traveling Northwest Florida fans are making a lot of noise here inside the Eagle Dome. We get a timeout from head coach Rick Cabrera. Eagles now trailing by 3 with 13-12 to go on TCCEagles.com. Northwest Florida taking some control in this game. They've got their biggest lead of the afternoon. But Jack Doumbia trying to erase it here. Can't get the three to fall. That was Mason Nicholson just recently entering the game on the rebounds. Washington guarded by Hampton. Looks for Nicholson inside. Instead opts to Brennan Rigsby in the wing. Offensive rebound, now a foul calls. And I think that'll be Chris Hampton. That's his third foul of the game. Washington calls the timeout and no outlet on the inbound there. Northwest Florida still hanging on to a three-point lead. We'll step aside once again on TCCEagles.com. Rigsby inbounding, knocked away by Jack Dumbia, so they'll go again. This inbound goes to Washington. 15 on the shot clock. Now it's Cam Woods with it. Pass goes right back to Washington. 10 on the shot clock. Now here's Rigsby on the left wing. Slips and falls, loses it. Caleb Wallace going the other way. He lost it. Now it's still loose. Still a fight for it on the floor. Trey Clark comes away with it. And a foul on the floor, and I think that'll be... No, it'll be Byron Smith. And probably best because Chris Hampton would be on 4 fouls. That one being Smith's first. Third foul of the half for the Eagles. Inbound goes back to Trey Clark. Cam Woods takes the 3, but an offensive rebound. Nicholson, and Trey Clark doesn't miss that one. Northwest Florida extends the lead to 6. Rico Williams, now here's Smith with it. Over to Wallace, corner 3. It's good! Caleb Wallace silences the Northwest Florida traveling fans. And now a whistle, as I think Cam Woods is a little shaken up there, so he'll come off. Going to see Anthony Thomas check back in. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. So Northwest Florida leads by 3 with 11:28 to go here in the second half. You're watching TCC. Coming out of the media timeout, Northwest Florida went on a bit of a run to make it a 6-point lead. Caleb Wallace got 3 points back with a corner 3 right before the break. Northwest Florida fighting for at least a share of the Panhandle Conference title today. If they win here and Chipola loses tonight at home against Pensacola State, Northwest Florida will clinch the conference title outright. And a kicked ball, so Northwest Florida will get an inbound here and a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. Rigsby pulls up mid-range shot, doesn't go, but Washington with the putback. Ten and a half left in this game. Thomas steps back, Shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Caleb Wallace. Outside to Isaiah Kirby. Now here's Rico Williams. Spins, and he's fouled and one. Great composure from Rico Williams, who was fouled during his shot. It's a little bit of a healthy roll, but a huge play from the Eagles forward. Hits that free throw. So back to a 2-point game. The Eagles could use a defensive stop here. Pass over to Trey Clark. 5 on the shot clock. Side steps 3, no good. Rebounded Wallace. Guarded by Clark. Great pass over to Thomas. This pass now goes cross court to Isaiah Kirby. 3-point attempt from him is good. Eagles back in the lead. Huge 3-pointer from Isaiah Kirby. Trey Clark, 3 on the other end, doesn't go. Brought in by Williams. Oh, and they're going to say it's going to be Northwest Florida ball. That ball looked clearly tipped. The Tallahassee bench is voicing their displeasure with that decision, and I saw it pretty clearly from up here. William, you see anything different on that play?
I think I'm in lockstep with you, Brad. I'm a little bit puzzled.
Maybe a different angle that the officials got on it, but it will be Northwest Florida basketball. Rigsby with it. Isaiah Kirby tries to poke it away, and he does, and then a foul is called. The ball was already loose, and they're calling a reach-in foul. Isaiah Kirby had already poked it away. And that foul is against Kirby, and he was either an extremely late whistle, but I don't know how you make that call when that ball's already been knocked away. Either way, Northwest Florida gets an inbound. They go all the way back to Shema Scott. .8:45 to play. Eagles lead by just 1. Rigsby has it in the corner, goes out to Washington. Pass over to Scott. Does he have a 3-point attempt in him? He does. Can't hit it. Issa Muhammad tried to keep it in play, and Chris Hampton couldn't get a hold of it. Now Cam Woods gets it, and Northwest Florida has a fresh 20. Wallace steps up to guard Washington. Washington penetrates, goes high off the glass, scores. We'll head to the line for one more. That'll be the first foul on Anthony Thomas. And now there's some sort of discrepancy. The officials, both Coach Cabrera and Coach Heyer on either bench, are upset, and we still don't have a call here. Now we'll get Northwest Florida inbounding. Both teams sitting at 5 fouls with 8:18 to go. Cam Woods over to Washington. Northwest Florida leading by 1. Inside to Rigsby. Washington into the corner. Shamar Scott, another three-point attempt. A laser. Doesn't go. Rebounded Wallace. Quickly down to Chris Hampton. Rigsby down to guard him, but Chris Hampton throws it down. A huge dunk from Chris Hampton. We know he can throw him down. He does there and gives the Eagles the lead. Washington spins off, guarded by Fortney, and gets the healthy roll. Back and forth action inside the Eagle Dome. And another Panhandle classic brewing here. Thomas comes off the screen, puts up the floater, doesn't go, but he gets a second chance. Misses on that one as well. Washington. Now Cam Woods from way downtown. A little bit to the left, and it'll be Kirby on the rebound. Inside to Fortney. Dishes to Thomas. Under 7 to play. Thomas penetrates. Shot goes up. Doesn't go. The second chance this time for Thomas is good. Eagles back in the lead. Another kicked ball as that Washington bounce pass goes off of the foot of Thomas. Rico comes back in. Washington on the inbound here. Tries to go right inside to Clark, and his feet were moving a lot. No travel call to them. They're going to say this one goes out of play. Thought there could have been a travel there. A lot of movement on the ground and not a lot of dribbling. Woods inbound goes all the way back to Shamar Scott. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Scott back to Trey Clark. Issa Muhammad fouled on the way up by Byron Smith. Another smart foul. And Muhammad, not the best free throw shooter. 57.8% on the season. Had an empty trip to the line earlier. Hits the first to tie it at 57. Second attempt is good to Northwest Florida. Up 58-57, just over 6 to go. Kirby loses it. Gets it right back, though. Here's Chris Hampton. Driving to his right. Rico Williams, pump fake, and he's fouled. I say that foul occurred on the floor. Eagles and Raiders both just one foul away from the bonus. And with under 6 to play, we'll have another timeout on the floor. Northwest Florida leads this one 58-57. But stay right there because we've got a great one. You're watching TCC Basketball on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Oklahoma State. So we've now got under 6 to play here in regulation. William, a lot of leads going back and forth here. What's it going to take for the Eagles to pull this one out?
I think they're doing everything they need to right now. You've seen all kinds of big dunks, big shots made. They've been making threes at an incredibly high clip so far today, so I think you just need to keep going in that direction.
It's looking like whoever's going to have the last possession is going to have a chance to win the game, and that Rico Williams pass gets away, and Coach Cabrera arguing that Mike Eisler was being held, that there was no opportunity for him to come off and receive that pass. Because he didn't even move. So
it was kind of like a pass interference. He really wasn't able to make a play on that ball at all.
Yeah. 5.5 to play. Northwest Florida leading by 1. Cam Woods open for a 3 and is short. Poked away from Eisler, and Trey Clark is Trey Clark's fouled by Mike Eisler there. And Clark had no one in front of him, so again, maybe not the worst foul, but it will be Clark heading to the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1. Hits the first, so he'll get one more attempt. So 59-57, Northwest Florida leading with just over 5 to go. That one rolls in for Clark, making it a 3-point lead for the Raiders. Big possession here for Tallahassee. Thomas quickly goes up with the floater. He's fouled. Rico Williams was there with a thunderous putback dunk. That one won't count, but Thomas will get a chance to shoot free throws. Thomas, a 52.1% free throw shooter, something that Coach Cabrera has said the whole team needs to work on, especially down the stretch in games like this. And too much on that one. So Thomas will take his second attempt. Played at Tennessee Martin last season at the Division I level. And he goes 0 for 2. Issa Muhammad inside to Chandre Washington, but stolen away. Quickly down to Hampton. He's got Rico Williams running with him. Great pass over to Byron Smith. Does well to keep it in play. But has to slow things down. Out to Anthony Thomas. Kirby. 3-point attempt. Can't get it, but Thomas goes for the offensive rebound, is knocked to the ground, and then they're going to stay out of play. Thought maybe it could have been a loose ball foul there as Thomas hit the deck. Four minutes to go. And a foul, I think, on Byron Smith, yeah. They're going to say he fouled Muhammad off the ball. That's his third foul now. He's none in the first half. And Smith frustrated there, and will be Muhammad back to the free throw line for another 1-and-1. This first one, though, is critical. He has a chance to make it a two-score game, but the Eagles could get it back if he misses the first. Does sink the first. So now a 4-point lead for Northwest Florida. This one comes off the front of the rim. So now we'll get a timeout from Coach Cabrera as his team tries to handle a two-score deficit with under 4 to play. We'll step aside on TCCEagles.com. Back with under 4 minutes to go here in regulation. Eagles trailing by 4 now after Issa Muhammad went 1 for 2 on his recent trip to the free throw line. So now it'll be Anthony Thomas inbounding. Thomas takes this one himself. The floater doesn't go. Another second chance, now a third chance. And one for Anthony Thomas. It took 3 tries, but like I always say, the points count nonetheless.
He went 0 for 2 his last time at the line. This is a crucial one here to capitalize and finish the 3-point opportunity.
This one goes off the back of the rim, but it's Rico Williams. No. And I think that foul will go against Williams. No. Oh, I couldn't tell who the foul was against. No, it looks like it was on Trey Clark. So Rico Williams will head to the free throw line. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1 here and a chance to tie the game. But misses the first, and Rigsby comes down with the rebound. So once again, free throws hurting the Eagles down the stretch, and a foul called on the floor. So now it'll be DeShondre Washington shooting the 1-and-1. So Chris Hampton called for that foul. And now it's Washington at the free throw line. Hits the first. And a big one here with 3:30 to go. He goes 2 for 2. So that'll make it 64-59. Is it 64-59 or should it be 63-59? We'll get another bucket quickly on the other end, but I'm unsure there. That one missed. Got scores, man. Scores. Byron Smith pulls up, misses that shot. And Woods is fouled. It'll be Cam Woods at the free throw line. This is the first. It is 63-61. So get a scoreboard correction there. That's important because there's less than 2 minutes to go. Thomas drives inside and he's fouled. Thomas gets the first one to fall to make it a 1-point game. And he goes 2 for 2. I mentioned the Eagles struggling at the charity stripe, but 2 big shots there from Anthony Thomas. Trey Clark loses it, now finds Rigsby. A minute and a half to play, we're tied at 63. Both teams in the double bonus now. Washington, his shot off the glass, no good. Rico Williams comes down with the rebounds. Closing in on what's going to be a tight finish. Thomas loses it, now it's Williams, goes up, and scores! Eagles lead 65-63 with just over a minute to play. And we'll get a timeout from the Northwest Florida bench. Eagles up 2, a minute 2 to go in regulation. You're watching TCC basketball on tcceagles.com. And we're back here on tcceagles.com and on youtube.com/tcceagles. I apologize if I sounded a little preoccupied last few minutes of the broadcast. I wanted to make sure the scoreboard in the arena was correct because there was an extra point added to the Northwest Florida State score. Now it is corrected, and the Eagles are up 2 with exactly a minute to go. Here's DeShondre Washington, guarded by Chris Hampton. Over to Trey Clark, thinks about pulling the three. Instead, takes it inside, now spins. That shot is blocked by Isaiah Kirby and into the hands of Byron Smith. And they're going to foul Anthony Thomas there with still plenty of time left in the game. Actually just a tick under 40 seconds. But maybe they're okay with sending Anthony Thomas to the free throw line.
Oh, for his last 3 at least.
Well, he made the last 2 on the last trip.
Okay, well, yeah, made his last 2, but some struggles earlier on. If there's anyone on the floor right now that you'd want to send to the line, it's probably him.
Hits the first, nothing but net. Extends the lead to 3 now. And he goes 2 for 2 once again. 2 massive free throws for Anthony Thomas, who's hit his last 4. Coach Rick Cabrera will call a timeout. His team's got a 4-point lead with 39.9 seconds to go here inside the Eagle Dome. We'll step aside real quick, but don't turn that dial. You're watching TCC basketball on tcceagles.com. Anthony Thomas with 2 huge free throws there right before the timeout. That makes it a 2-score game. Northwest Florida does have possession. Who do you think they want taking these shots here down the stretch?
They've got Rigsby on the floor. He hasn't done much today, but we've talked a lot about him.
That one no good. Washington, Kirby with the rebound. Now it's going to go out of play. We're going to say it remains Eagle ball. So 30 seconds left. Eagles up by 4. They're going to keep guarding the inbound with Muhammad. Hampton finds Byron Smith right at the baseline, who's fouled as Trey Clark impeded on him there. Smith hit the ground hard, but he's all right. The shot clock will disappear for the remainder of regulation as we're now under 30 seconds left. And 2 more huge free throws here for the Eagles. It'll be Byron Smith taking them. He is 61.4% from the line this season. Hits the first. And he goes 2 for 2, make it a 6-point lead. Under 30 seconds to play. Washington bringing it up, and Northwest Florida's got to hurry. Goes in, and a foul called against Chris Hampton. Think that one could have gone either way.
Looked like a charge to me.
If Hampton did get set, he did so at the last second, but they're not going to get the call. It will be Washington shooting 2, but they can't get a 3 here on this possession any longer. And you assume that Washington at least has to make these 2 free throws. Hits the first. So 69-64 now. He goes 2 for 2. So back to just a 4-point game, 23 seconds left. Just got to not turn it over here. Inbound goes to Smith. He holds on to it, and they foul him. I think Coach Heyer was thinking maybe you can trap in there for a little bit longer, maybe a 10-second violation or a turnover. That would have killed a lot of clock, but it would have prevented them from getting to the free throw line. So it will be Smith there once again. Got both teams in the double bonus. And Smith can make it really tough here on the Raiders if he sinks one or both of these free throws. First one is good. Smith goes 2 for 2, making a 6-point lead. 20 seconds to go. Washington bringing it up quickly. He'll put up the floater, and that's good. So just another 2-point score for Northwest Florida, and we'll get a timeout for head coach Greg Heyer with 13.8 seconds to go. Eagles lead by 4. You're watching TCC basketball on TCCEagles.com. Coming out of that timeout, William, you're a little shocked Northwest Florida hasn't tried to put up a 3-point attempt in their last 2 possessions.
Really what I was expecting. It's one of the things they do best. Certainly was going for him in the first half.
Inbound goes right back to Byron Smith. And now they call a travel before the foul, so that makes things a little more interesting here. Eagles still hold on to a 2-score lead. Smith was double-teamed right out of the inbound, and you think that's kind of been their goal the entire way through. So now Northwest Florida will get an inbound here underneath the Eagle basket, and they're down 4. Washington takes himself another 2-point attempt. Doesn't go. Chris Hampton comes down with the rebound. 2 seconds. Kirby down to Rico Williams. And the clock expires. And the Eagles pull off a huge win at home. 71-67. In a week's time, they've knocked down the top 2 teams in the Panhandle Conference in Chipola and Northwest Florida State. And the Raiders trying to clinch at least a share of the conference title. Coach Cabrera, his squad say, no, sir, no way, not here, not today. Eagles with a huge win. And, William, we've seen this team make so many strides today. Finally to get a huge home win, it feels really, really good.
Absolutely. I mean, this is kind of a trademark win of this season, I think. You're going up against a team in Northwest Florida that had aspirations not just of holding the Panhandle Conference title, but doing something at the national level, as the postseason began. So to beat a team like this in your building, you really can't say enough about how much it means.
Yeah, they've got 2 games left, 1 more game at home. And we know, maybe this conference schedule hasn't played out as expected, but some really big wins, some really good building blocks for this team. I thought everybody contributed in every facet of the game today. And we got a little bit nervous on the free throws, but both Anthony Thomas and Byron Smith knocking them down when it mattered most, securing that win. And what a big one it was here inside the Bill Ebrock Eagle Dome. So that's going to do it for our coverage. We'll be back on Eagle Field tomorrow as the Eagles take on Shelton State Community College out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in the rubber match of that 3-game series. So for William Haynes, I'm Brett Rutherford, and this was TCC Men's Basketball Live on TCCEagles.com.